Happiness. Happiness is what every being on this planet craves deeply for. Everything that we do at its purest level is for happiness. Maybe for others, maybe for ourselves, but nevertheless, happiness. Now, the reason this is such an important concept to understand is because it explains why every human has ever done anything. To be happy is the ultimate desire of mankind. And the reason it is significant in this video is because it explains how social media is ruining your life and you don't even know it. Think back to the time when you didn't care about the clothes you wore or how many of them you had. You weren't concerned about how your hair was styled, and you didn't even think anything about the way your eyebrows, nose, cheekbones, stomach, or thighs looked. Since then, something has changed. Not all at once, but gradually you started to become aware of those things. With the rise of social media in the past decade, many young girls have discovered the world of beauty, fashion, and makeup through the internet. And over time, it can begin to control their lives. So let's talk about YouTube, in particular, beauty videos. Once you begin to become aware of your physical appearance and see older siblings, friends, and people on TV and the internet wearing makeup, doing cute hairstyles, wearing fashionable clothing, you may start to feel insecure. You may think you aren't pretty enough, or you aren't skinny enough. You want to feel those feelings, so you go to beauty gurus to try to learn how to be prettier, how to be skinnier, how to look better, and have nicer clothing. You begin to get consumed in this world of buying tons of products and spending hours and hours focused on your appearance. You regularly view these girls who you think are so pretty and seem so happy. And you start to believe that the reason they seem happy is because of the way they look. And you notice that when you dress up in your favorite outfit, put on nail polish, curl your hair, and do your makeup, you feel happier. You feel more confident than you did without all those things. You begin to fall into the illusion that the problem is what you look like, and the solution is to change what you look like. And it certainly doesn't help that a large portion of your free time is spent in this mental environment focused around appearances. Because when you're not busy being concerned about whether you look fat in the clothes you're wearing, or if your hair got messed up throughout the day, you're consuming photos and videos of other people talking about their favorite nail polish, their new hair extensions, the hundreds of dollars of clothing they just bought, or this new diet they tried even though they were already at a healthy weight. We spend hours a week, or even a day, taking in information that we believe is making us happier and more confident. But is it really? No. Before I explain why not, let's investigate a situation that is very prevalent in society today. Materialism. Clothes, makeup, the latest technology, perfume, hair products, jewelry, shoes. You can never have too many pairs of shoes, right? Well, wrong. We live in a world where materialism runs rampant through the streets, catching the eyes of all those who are searching for happiness and don't know where to find it. You may watch clothing haul videos where girls spend so much money on clothes that they don't even need, which then makes you feel like you're lacking something. So you go out and you buy a bunch of clothes to add to your already jam-packed closet. And boy, does that make you happy. But fast forward a month later, and you've already worn the clothes a few times, and they just don't satisfy you the same way they did before. So to combat that empty feeling, you go and buy more. You buy more because you thought the problem was that you didn't have enough. But that actually made the problem worse. Because no amount of clothing, shoes, makeup, or any material object is going to fill the emptiness that you feel inside of yourself. If you think it takes a certain amount of name brand clothes or a makeup routine that makes your face look flawless to be happy, your search for happiness will never end. We believe that changing our external appearance will heal our internal conflict with ourselves. But that only hides our problems. It doesn't fix them. You're locking your insecurities inside yourself, pretending they don't exist. But they do. And they're begging to be released. So take a step back and be honest with yourself. Are makeup, beauty, and fashion really ways of expressing yourself or things you're passionate about? Or are they things you use to hide from yourself that you don't feel whole and complete? So return to your inner child. Return to that place where you weren't so caught up in how you looked and how others perceived you. For that is your true nature. Have you ever posted a picture on Instagram and refreshed the page every few minutes to see how many likes it was getting? If so, you are far from alone. For being concerned with one's social media status has become the norm. We only post our best pictures, showing the edited highlight reel of our lives. The ones we post are the ones where we feel we look attractive. Our skin looks tan enough. Our thighs look far enough apart. Our makeup is on point. The reason we want to share these images of ourselves with others is because we want validation. We seek social approval and relevance through likes, retweets, and shares. We feel like we need to prove our lives to other people, show them that we are skinny, we are beautiful, we do have a ton of friends, we do have a life. But is it really much of a life if so many of the things you do are just so you can post about them on social media? Ask yourself, is that real life? If you find yourself basing your self-worth on numbers, you need to change. Not because you're a bad person, but because it is taking away your happiness. And you deserve to be happy. If you can't see that, then you need to step back. Stop posting for a while. Stop looking to see how many followers you've gained. Turn off your notifications. Allow yourself to love yourself and live for yourself, not for the approval of others. And focus on the real world. Celebrities. We want to look like them, have an amazing life like them, have tons of money like them, live in luxury like them, be known and valued like them. We want to be them. But why? What makes us idolize these people who are really no different than ourselves? Well, you see, that's the problem right there. Most people don't understand that we are all the same because of how often celebrities are placed on a pedestal. By thinking that they are different, we make them different. But even so, we think we know so much about them. We think because of their status, wealth, and beauty that they must be happy. And we think to ourselves, if we could have all those things, then we too would be happy. But how do we even know that they are happy? Can we base it purely on the fact that they seem happy? No. In fact, most celebrities are just as miserable as everyone else. Because all the money in the world can't buy happiness. And fame and success can't fix the internal struggle that one has created with theirself. Celebrities may seem happy because of those things, but they're not. If they are truly happy, they're not going to have hundreds of edited pictures of themselves in designer clothing, wearing makeup that took 2 hours to do. They aren't going to do bikini photo shoots or take pictures of their butt to give you fitness inspiration. I mean, fitness and physical activity should be done to feel good and be healthy, not to attain a certain physique. They do these things because they too are searching for happiness. And unfortunately, they're looking for it in all the wrong places. And sadly, there are so many young girls that follow these people thinking that if they were more like them, then they would be happy. And this mentality opens the doors to a life of self-hate and comparison. It creates long-lasting mental and emotional pain, and sometimes even physical pain in the form of self-harm and eating disorders. We begin to feel like we are not worthy of love from others or even from ourselves. Because when we look in the mirror, we don't like what we see, and we strongly identify with that image we see in the mirror. We may even call it ourself. Refer to it as I or me. I'm ugly. I need to change the way I look. I'm fat. I need to lose weight. I don't deserve to eat because of how fat I am. But what you must realize is that that is not you. It is just the physical form which you inhabit in this life. Think about it this way. If you were to change your appearance, say put on a different pair of pants, get a tattoo, or dye your hair, would you still be you? Yes, of course. So ask yourself, who am I? You might think to yourself, well, I'm Elizabeth Wright, or I'm Michelle Davis, or whatever your name might be. But are you really just a combination of letters put together? No, you're not that either. Really think, who am I? Oh, well, I was born in 2001, and I'm a high school student, but I want to be a dentist one day. Right now, my favorite things to do are play soccer, read books, draw, and watch movies. That's who I am. Well, those are just experiences. Who is having those experiences? Who sees when you see? Who hears when you hear? Who feels when you feel? Now you may begin to think, okay, then maybe I am my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And you're getting closer, but you're still not there. You are not your thoughts because, again, they're just an experience. Who is thinking those thoughts? Who is feeling those feelings and emotions? If your thoughts were to stop, like they do in meditation, would you cease to exist? Nope, you'd still be here. So really think about it. Who am I? You're not your body, face, or hair. You are not your labels, status, or job. You are not your experiences, memories, likes, dislikes. You are not your feelings of happiness, sadness, guilt, or joy. None of that is you. So don't let any of it control or define you. You are something so much more powerful and divine. You are pure conscious awareness. Try to think of yourself without awareness. What would life be like? Well, it wouldn't be like anything because you wouldn't be without it. That is how you know that you are it and it is you. And once you truly understand what that means, then you are free. Free to discover true happiness and finally live in the real world. Free from this false self-identification that controls your life. free from your own expectations and harsh judgments, and free from this fake, glossed-over world of beauty, fashion, comparison, idolization, and status. Release yourself from this place, from this illusion. It is not who you are. For you are not a human being in this universe. You are the universe in a human being. You are not your physical appearance. You are not your social media status. You are you, and you are enough.